what what advice would you give to someone that hasn't written a BLP yet? So, they're a financial advisor, they got annuity clients, they got AUM, they have clients, and they're just getting set up with BLP. Looking back, what advice would you give them?
I would tell them the first thing to do is get a piece of paper out or use your computer and come up with a list of 20 clients that have account reviews coming up. Have your assistant understand the process and understand what this is about enough to be dangerous, where my assistant will say, now she understands everything fully about it. However, that's what George wants to talk to you about. Any question? It depends. And that's what George wants to talk to you about. That's the reason why he asked me to give you a call to schedule this appointment. But 20 people, the list has to be 60 or 70. Okay, maybe not that many, but but at least so you have the no's and the yeses. And everyone wants to do an account review, and everyone should always want to do a beneficiary review, because the insurance companies potentially get it wrong.
Right.
We don't get it wrong. The insurance company gets it wrong. So when I get you on the phone, or Nicole gets you on the phone, George told me it's time for the mid-year beneficiary review, along with your account review while you're here. You know how the insurance companies sometimes get things wrong. We don't want that to happen. So if you pass away, the things are missing from there, we just verify, but we need you to come on in to get that taken care of. Or we can do it over a Zoom call and a three-way call with George on the phone with the carrier. What day works for you? What is this about? Well, that's what George will discuss with you. But like I said, it's about the beneficiaries and also the account reviews to make sure that they're earning the fullest potential.
That's great. So you're just coming up with a list of names. So your suggestion would be someone to come up with a list of names of clients, and either the advisor's reaching out to them if they don't have a staff admin person, or the admin person's reaching out and scheduling some type of call. And then are they sending them the survey before that call, or were you doing the survey on the phone with them?
Well, actually, she will, when they come into the appointment, it's here. If now I am the advisor making the call on my website, the survey's there, and I have them go right to the survey if they're on their phone. Hey, listen, I just sent you a text message. Go to that, click on that link and go to the survey and fill it out for me. Everything's required on that survey to be filled out, name and all the questions have to be answered. So I get that back anyway. But the point of what I'm telling you for a new advisor like me, what you told me to do is we did exactly what you told us to do, without exception. And so if you follow the steps that you've laid out, I would tell you that it definitely works. If you don't follow the steps and you wonder why it's not working, is because you haven't got the person to answer yes yet. And if you're asking them no questions, they're going to answer no. Right. So I pose everything in a way that it has to be yes, and it has to be important. And because it allows me the next opportunity for the next sale. Okay. So if I use the annuity as the first sale, the BLP is right behind it. If I use the BLP or the trust first, the BLP is right behind it. If I use BLP first, do you have a trust? Do you have money under management? Do you have money that's in an annuity? Let's look at all that and let's figure out how this works. Do you have much cash in the bank and all those things? Then the BLP falls around all that. So now that I have BLP as a tool, because I used to use final expense things, and what I didn't like about the final expense plans is that they made it irrevocable to the beneficiary. And so potentially causing a probate situation where the husband would name the wife as the beneficiary, the wife would die, but because it's irrevocable, you couldn't change the beneficiary.
Right.
Now, $3,000, $4,000, whatever it is now going to probate. That's costing $3,000, $4,000. Whereas this goes to the beneficiary, period. And that's what I liked about it. So it makes it simple. It makes it a very simple conversation.
So in 3 weeks, you already have 3 applications, and you have another handful of people that are thinking about it that are going to come back in. So in your first month, you're going to do well over 10 applications.
If we do only 10, we failed miserably. Our goal is 40.
And we talk a lot about, we don't want to disrupt or take away from an advisor's current book of business or their annuity, their AUM, their life insurance. We want it to be in addition to, and not be disruptive, not be time consuming. And your office has already mastered using the survey and just adding it on to what you're doing. And so it's just additional revenue. You're building that bridge to the next generation, which is the long-term goal. But you've kind of mastered the process of implementing it without disrupting.
Correct. And I just follow what you said to do. And Annalie and your team as well, she's just as knowledgeable as you and just as helpful. So I mean, if I can't get you on the phone, sometimes I'm calling her, either first or second. But I want you to be aware that this is exactly what you said it is. And in the next 6 to 7 days from now, we have an event with 70 people coming to it. Clients are coming and bringing friends along, and the BLP is going to be announced as one of the new services that we're offering besides the AUM with Kevin in our office, because we currently have been doing that with an out-of-state advisor. Now we're bringing it into the home office.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, I want to congratulate you on your quick success. That's my goal, is to help someone implement fast and see the success, because I know that's going to just add to our relationship being long-term.
Correct. And I like your sign behind you. Those people who tried to, but you didn't know
To bury you.
You didn't know you were a seed. I like that back there. And I will just tell you, to your other advisors, the challenge is, 10 might be maybe where we get to, but 40 is our goal. And if we fail at 40 the first month, then that means next month our next month goal is 30. That means we have to get to 60. So I say that we're going to probably, after next week, we'll probably have another 15 to 20 appointments on the books. And remember that most of these people are couples, and we will do $5,000 for each. We'll do, whatever it takes to get them to say yes. And I thank you for getting this turned on to us and letting us know more about it, because it's without this, I probably would have gone back to those other type of plans, which would have been good for the client. But end of the day, I would have just known that maybe there should have been something better. So I'm glad this is available.